All right, you ready? Here we go. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to do a quick review of what has been taught so far about the sales funnel. I have gone through it in the masterclass, and even if you haven't been in the masterclass, you've been part of week 1 through up to week 5. I've touched it many times because I even said that I want to prepare you for when we cover the actual sales funnel. I'm going to go through each of the 5 levels: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, awareness, interest, desire, purchase, and advocate, or you'll see what that means. I'm going to go through each of the levels, top, middle, and bottom, which stand for TOFU, MOFU, and BOFU. I know it sounds funny, but it stands for top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And then I'm also going to talk about lead generation, lead nurturing, and lead conversion, which fit in each of those levels. That's what we're going to do. This is going to be a long module. You probably won't cover it in one shot. If you do, fantastic. Here we go. According to SEMrush, the marketing sales funnel, it's nothing I've invented. Many different companies describe it and define it in different ways. I like SEMrush a lot. In this presentation, on a number of slides where I've used statistics and information from them, I have a link where you can go and you can research them yourself if you want. It's great. It's a model or a methodology that helps a brand visualize how to successfully use content and to attract potential clients and guide them through their journey from the first interaction to conversion into a paying customer. The top of the funnel generally speaks about awareness, curiosity, and entertainment. There is things aren't like linear. They aren't like in cement. This is exactly how you do it. You need to develop a mind frame of what works in your business, what you're selling, and what you're good at. But you need to do all of them. I highly do not recommend that you stick with just what's comfortable to you. You need to do what works to gather your audience, your followers, and your prospects. So on the top, it's awareness, curiosity, and entertainment. There's always more people coming in at the top than go down through the funnel. It gets less and less as you go. The middle of the funnel is interest and desire. It's called also consideration. And the bottom of the funnel is intent, evaluation, and conversion. The top of the funnel, TOFU, attracts attention. That is called lead generation. Our goal with what we are doing on the internet, on our platform, everything we're doing is lead generation, lead nurturing, and lead conversion. If what we are creating is not aligned with those specific terminologies, we're wasting our time. We have a hobby, not a business. The crucial question we have to answer is, what content will satisfy the needs of our potential customers and help them build a relationship with our brand at a specific stage? If you don't know what your brand is yet, some of you do, some of you still work on it, don't worry about it. You know what it is. I'm not that concerned about it yet. I'm going to be teaching that in week 6. So let's continue the review. I've said before that content type matters in the top, middle, and bottom. Top, middle, and bottom is lead generation. Middle is lead nurture. Bottom is lead conversion. These types of categories, these types of topics, these types of videos you can make at the different levels. Some of them are duplicates in the first and the second. The point is, I want you to be aware that there's different types of content in each of the levels of the sales funnel. We don't make the same thing expecting it to cover everything from the top to the bottom. But we do need to create a mixture of different types of videos and posting, whether it's videos, images, and even text. We're trying to attract, right? If we don't look at our business as a hobby, we're looking at it as a business to make money. We have to think about what it is we're creating, why, and where we play it. I've shared this before too, and you'll notice I have the arrow coming into the funnel now with a video recorder, or whatever you want to call that, camera, and a still camera, because you need to use both of them, and I certainly do. So for awareness, interest, desire, and purchase, for the top, middle, and bottom, you notice the top and the middle and the bottom kind of overlap. So the top isn't just awareness, interest, and the middle is just desire, purchase, and then there's nothing for the bottom. So the top of the funnel covers both awareness and interest, the middle of the funnel covers both interest and desire, and the bottom of the funnel covers both desire and purchase. It depends. It depends on how you make it. And in general, this has been my experience, and this is what the industry teaches, is that on the top, short videos, medium, long as you go down. Then there's the Ed Squire method. Like I said before, this isn't just, It's something I invented. Certainly is my own branding and trademark because everything starts with an E. That's really all that makes it a difference. Is the goal to making your business work is to be authentic, meet the needs of your customers, and build trust with them. Your content should always be engaging, educating, empowering, entertaining, edifying, and empathizing. There's more to it than that. But we have to focus on exactly what we're doing. If you're always making the same kind of content, whether it's video, still imagery, or text, and it's just the same kind of stuff, you're just destined for not making it. You need to practice and you need to try different types of content all the time. And that's what this module is going to help you with. Okay? You can do this. By the time you do these things, you're literally going to have client community and corporate growth. That's how people are going to find you. This is literally what it takes to lead customers in a community to your growth and your sustained profitability. It seems like there's a lot of work getting to learn this, and there is. But the further you get, the more automation you'll learn, and a lot of the duplicate work is going to be re-implemented all the time. It's always getting started. That's the hard part. So let's dig in. Let's start with level number 1, awareness. The prospect has a pain or a problem. And so what they end up doing is they search online for answers. They start looking for stuff. You do it. I do it. We look. We research. I research on sales funnels. What's happening in the industry? I'm looking about better healthy eating. The things that we want to learn and know about, we search for, and we find videos that capture our attention. And this is where the videos stand out for what you're doing, for what I'm doing. This is what gets people's attention. It gets their awareness. So that's what prospects do. They have a pain or problem. Here's what entrepreneurs do. They know their audience's problems and pains. That's why we have a problem statement. That's why we use short, big picture, industry-focused videos. That's how I attract people into this course. We focus on standing out. We get attention. We entertain, inform. We survey. We inspire. We bring laughter. Right? This is what we do. We attract people. That type of content doesn't always, remember, this isn't like linear. It's only in the awareness stage. It's not. You need to find out how people are responding to what you're doing. So that is awareness. Number 2 is called interest. It's where the prospect becomes interested. Prospects, when they become interested, they see your stuff. They're like, oh, wow. So they start to research your product and your company. The belief grows that you can help them, and they become a qualified lead. So here's the important part. When they find you, they research you. I am constantly being asked to be on podcasts, to attend events, to film this, to talk about mental health, to talk about video. I get so much stuff because when you look up what I'm doing, I have Ed Squire Media, Visible Kindness, Me Too What Now, I got Make Videos That Sell stuff, and I've been out there for a while now, and people find what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to put anything out there that aligns with what I'm doing, even if what somebody finds, if they're not interested in it. Like if you look up some of the stuff about recovering from childhood sexual abuse, or if you look up my life about recovering from childhood sexual abuse and the mental health issues that I've had, and you decide, I don't want nothing to do with them. It's fine. It's fine because the globe is huge. If you got 1/2 of 1% of the entire globe that follows you and gets into your business, you're going to be a millionaire. You don't need everybody. Matter of fact, the people that really want to follow me, they're going to look at, they're going to go, wow, this guy he's done all this stuff. So it's important that we have websites, landing pages, if we do blog, whatever we have out there that is current, that it really describes who we are. We're always changing it and updating. I still do that. And even sitting here right now, it's like, I need to change this, I need to change that. And it's not something that overwhelms you, but it's part of what you do. I'd rather do this than go back to being a senior consultant for Fortune 500 companies. I don't ever want to go back to my regular job again, right? I have a dream and a mission. That's why I do what I do. That's why you do what you do. Entrepreneurs. Here's what entrepreneurs do in the interest stage. They focus on information and solution-based videos. Education. Helping the prospects evaluate a buying criteria. They capture prospect contact info with actionable videos, short product service information, and survey videos. This is what we do. What we don't do is constantly put the exact same type of content up all the time and then get frustrated because nothing happens. It's not what we do. That's a hobby. This is how you build a business. Number 3, the desire stage. This is when a prospect has a desire to purchase. Here's what prospects do. They create a desire to purchase. So they begin to evaluate your products or services that you offer. They become willing to engage with what you're doing. They begin to justify reasons to purchase. Here's what entrepreneurs do. They show what it's like to work with you, creating short videos, maximum 2 minutes, that are focused on customer testimonials, company background, demos, interviews, thought leadership, QAs, FAQs, current events, controversial rants. This is what we do. In order to do this, you can't just think about it. You need to download the worksheets that were in week 3, in 3.4, which is the fast tracking, and you should be using them by now. You really, really should. If you're not, and I'm telling you, if you haven't really implemented the fast track from week 3 and given it a go, this is too much. I say go back, because this is way too much. Okay, next. Level 4. I just want to mention for a few minutes here. This is a very powerful. Each of these levels is very powerful. The desire level is super powerful, because now people are willing to be engaged with you. They start looking into you. And it is super important that you treat people, in my opinion, with kindness, with attention, not like you're something special. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to be vulnerable, genuine. And so you want to give people a reason to be in business with you, more so than what your product or service will do. Of course, that needs to be there too. But you need to really be yourself, so that you're bringing people in. They know that you care. That's what people are attracted to. It is not just because, woohoo, you have an amazing product or service. Sure, you would still make sales. But if you want to create something that grows and builds and expands, you absolutely need to take the time to do this. Will you always have the time and availability to do this? No. But in the beginning stages of your business, until you create a really great, strong foundation, then you're wasting your time not doing these things. Because when you do these things, people are going to talk. They're going to give testimonials. Even people that aren't even in business with you will say nice things about you. It's so important. So level 4, they make a purchase. What prospects do, they commit to a specific solution, they experience professional process, and they expect good product performance. So here's what entrepreneurs do. They educate and help prospects evaluate buying criteria. They capture prospect contact info with actionable videos, and they use short product or service information and survey videos. And finally, customer becomes a loyal advocate. Level 5. What prospects do, which are now customers, they become loyal advocates. They become a part of a community. They leave product reviews and testimonials. They become advocates and loyal customers, and they're repeat buyers. What entrepreneurs do is they empower individuals with superior customer support. They build solid customer service through emails, customer-specific videos, free webinars, workshops, training, live events, private and social, testimonials, review, and more. That's what we do. And much of that can be, automation can be added to that. Okay, let's do a deep dive into top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. Let's talk about lead generation, lead nurture, and lead conversions. What we want to do is we want to learn how to effectively use and measure each of the levels. Here's how we do it. We start with number 1, top of the funnel focus, which is awareness and interest. It is lead generation that we're focused on. All the content that we make is for lead generation. The TOFU stage is the starting point of our buyer's journey, and it is the most popular and populated stage. No one's ready to buy from us, and they don't even want to know really what we're doing. They may not even know a lot about what we have to buy or to sell. They're interested in what we're doing. Now, some marketing funnel executives will tell you the things that you do need to be about your company, about your product or service, and some say they're not. I really don't care. I think you need to have more of just creating an interesting status of information that you're putting out there. That's why you'll see. I have a podcast. I'm a media maker, filmmaker. I sell this course, and I'm also an advocate for survivors of childhood trauma and abuse. So all of that is built into what I do with my content. Right now, I'm totally focused on marketing this course. But my Reels, my Instagram, and my TikTok are a blend of all this stuff, and that's fine. You have to be consistent with what you're doing, for sure. But there's a ton of lead generation content that I put out there to get people to go, oh, what is he doing? What is this? What is this? What is this? They don't even know what I'm doing. They're just like, oh, that's interesting. So they may favor what I'm doing. They may save a video. They may send a friend request. You see what I'm saying? This is what you want from people. Don't worry about trying to sell. Do you have videos and content that sells your stuff? Yes. But I'm just talking about right now lead generation at the top of the funnel. Our goal literally is to attract their attention, offer best answers to any questions that they have, just interested in what we're doing, educate them, generally introduce them to your brand, product, or service. Those goals are very, very general. It's really your mission that needs to fit into what you're doing. Mine is extremely complicated because I have a handful of things that I'm doing, but everything is done very well. And I measure everything and I track what I'm doing, especially when, actually, let me say this. I don't track everything unless I've actually implemented a marketing campaign, which I'll be talking about in further modules. But that's what's important. So you don't get overwhelmed with you have to track every single thing you're doing. I think in the beginning, if you're not tracking, you need to. It's very important. And I don't want you to feel like this is something you do all the time with everything you do. But you need to figure out what is attracting people, what is not. Very important. In the top of the funnel, a little more detail, it's measured by these kinds of metrics. Organic traffic. And when I say organic traffic, I'm talking about, as a matter of fact, I do not recommend doing any kind of paid advertising yet. Unless you have very well constructed video marketing campaigns and still images that work for you, great, go for it. I'm in a support group that is teaching me how to do literally what I'm doing right now. These are wildly successful people. So there's one guy that spends literally $30,000 a month on Facebook ads. His revenue is over $1 million. So it's 30% of his expense and his revenue is what it makes. So if you're going to put like $100 into a Facebook ad, which is awfully low, then you want to make $300 out of that, right? And if you don't have good organic marketing done beforehand, it's a waste of time. And I'll be teaching you that literally in week 5 here, organic marketing. How does that work? So we measure organic marketing. We measure referral traffic, people talking about us, and total traffic as incomplete. Not incomplete, but complete traffic. Social media engagement, shares, likes, and comments. And I know that I say many, many times, likes, views, comments, and shares don't matter. They don't unless you understand how they work in your marketing campaign, in your lead generation. Then it's a part of it. It's very, very important. Other things that happen are on-site engagement metrics, bounce rate, time spent on a page. If you don't know that right now, we'll talk about it later. Another thing is newsletter and social media subscriptions that you do. That's all top of funnel. And this type of content typically works best at the top with typically. And I got on the left-hand side there, it depends. You have to see what works best. So things like how-to guides, landing pages, infographics, checklists, ebooks, white papers, and video tutorials. I use most of those. I haven't really done checklists. And that's okay. You don't have to feel like you need to do everything. You need to find out what is working for you and what you're capable of. All right. Top of funnel, compelling content. Again, be authentic and honest. Speak to the main problem or the issue. Answer questions related to these main issues, provide a solution to the problem, give brief mentions of your products or services, include other related sources, spark intrigue into your brand or product. The important part is don't feel like you're a salesperson, selling what you're doing. This is what attracts people. Focus on the issue, educate, provide value first and foremost. This is what we do. Remember in the masterclass, remember in week 1, never mind the masterclass, not everybody was in the masterclass. Remember in week 1, it's the alchemy of authenticity. Never forget it. That is the most powerful thing you can do. Because according to SEMrush, not only SEMrush, but every organization that is measuring what works out there in social media, it's authenticity with quality information. Quality, not information, quality content. Authenticity with quality content. We need to know what our journey is. If you've got multiple journeys like I do, no problem. But it takes time to build them. You can do it. Middle of the funnel, the MOFU focus. Now we're into lead nurturing. So at this stage, the number of people interacting with our content will be less. But great news, they're more willing to interact with our content with the proper encouragement. That's what we want. We're not looking for everybody. We're just looking for people that are attracted to us. And that, according to the alchemy of authenticity, is what we're looking for. That's what makes you unique. It's not like I mean, there's tons of people teaching video marketing and strategy. There's tons of people that are authors, tons of people that are coaches or that sell products and services that are vitamins or skincare or whatever. We all, nobody's doing anything unique, but it's you that's unique. That's what attracts people. That's what we're looking for. And never be offended or upset or get emotional about people that don't like you or make comments about you. Who cares? I want to hear from the people that like me. And they're usually a lot less than the world in general, because you're never going to get the majority. So our goal is to lead our prospects from an initial idea to a deeper understanding of our product, our stuff. That's what I like to call it, our stuff. Educate them about how our stuff helps them, and we begin to offer the best answers to their questions. All of this happens in the content we put out there. Right? So if you keep a close eye to what I'm doing on Facebook right now, I am marketing, and this is exactly what I'm doing. Literally top, middle, and bottom. All the stuff I'm teaching you right now in this presentation is literally what I am putting into my Facebook platform, which is the main place I use for marketing, which I'll talk more about marketing in the coming modules, but you can't do many. If you're just literally trying to grow a business and literally trying to make money, my advice is pick one. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use the other ones, but you have one where you implement your marketing strategy. Boom. All right, content types. Product-oriented content that nurtures our prospects into seeing benefits of our product or service. When I switched this to when I switched this to women only, it totally changed my mindset. Totally changed, and still is changing how I put my content out there, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. It's incredible, right? I mean, it's amazing. That's what we need to do. We need to connect with them at this level. It also gives them an opportunity to engage with us more and use case studies and testimonials. The middle of the funnel focus, what do we measure? What are we looking at? What is the type of content that we are measuring? Mentions by influence, by other influencers and media, on-site engagement metrics, bounce rate, time spent on page. Some of these are similar to the top of funnel, which if you already know how this works, great, but I'll be teaching you in the metrics module coming up, and newsletter and social media subscriptions. Again, very similar to the top of funnel, middle of funnel, but we continue to be measured by those types of metrics. And again, how-to guides, product overviews, case studies, landing pages, and webinars. It's not the same as the top of funnel. Some of it is, but again, in the little purple on the left there, it depends. You have to see what works best for you. I definitely use webinars, landing pages, not case studies yet, product overview, which is my course. And then the most important thing about lead nurturing is this. Because prospects' intentions can vary a lot at this stage, we need to offer different choices of materials, offers, different ways that our stuff can be used. Also, email marketing is used to help us nurture leads more and help them move on to the next stage. All right, on the bottom of the funnel, this is called lead conversion. This is getting people from lead generation, where we attract them, lead nurturing, where we are getting connection with them, into lead conversion. And now we're actually going to sell something. BOFU is the finish line. Our content should help position us as superior to our competitors. You need to be looking at 2 or 3 different competitors that are doing something similar to you. Find a better way of doing it. This is extremely important in branding yourself. So this will help us to build trust, grow our community, accelerate the purchase, and of course, expand corporate growth, which is the exciting part. So at this stage, our content should be answering specific questions about our stuff, how it works, what skills, experience are required for, how our target audience benefits from it, what our stuff is superior to our competitors. The way I do this, there's multiple ways that I do this. If I'm thinking about make videos that sell stuff, I get people to book strategy calls with me. I send out emails to them as soon as they click on something. So I'm connected with them. I use my past. I use my connections. I've been on TV. Guido Sacchi, right? You use everything you have to make yourself significant and different than anybody else that is out there because you are the only you. That's how you do it. So our goal is to accompany the prospect from our initial idea to an in-depth understanding of how our solution will help them. And I highly recommend, if this isn't written down in your problem solution part of your strategy, then you're going to be making things up as you go. It needs to be very specific. Right? You need to know exactly what it is that you're offering these people, and you need to know exactly how your solution is going to help them. And finally, as we get to the bottom of BOFU, into lead conversion, which is making that sale. As far as our metrics are concerned, yes, we measure our sales, but we also measure trials that we give out to people, free trials, connections, demo requests, conversions through registered and paying clients, revenue that we're making, and content marketing return on our investment. And the type of content that works best is product overviews, customer reviews, and success stories. That's what happens at the bottom. And then when you think of all of that, and then you look at the Ed Squire method, everything, when you put it all together, you're authentic, you meet the needs, you build trust. You attract audience, followers, prospect, leads, customers. They're going to find you. They're going to become part of your community, and that's going to lead to growth and sustained profitability. And you've seen this before as well. Our goal is to create trust, connection, and community. Trust is developed when our prospects know and like us and our company. It's so important that they like us. They trust you and like you from learning how to be yourself and put authentic content out there. And that happens a lot at the top and the middle of the marketing funnel. Lead generation, lead nurturing, and now lead conversion. That's how it works. It's not a hobby. This is the power that you need to succeed. I want to tell you, this is what it looks like at the end. Don't let it blow your mind, but here's your business all in one shot. I want to say, you've got this. There's no question this will work for you. The funnel is the foundation of where you're going. It's powerful and exciting to see more prospects and customers coming into your sales cycle than you've ever seen before. Keep in mind that this will become second nature to you. And there's more to come that's going to blow your mind yet. I know you can do it.